Welcome to Calculations, the scenario discussion game with the Thought Brothers. I'm Gary Johnson, and we have Georgette Littlejohn, who's our guest. Georgette, just give us a 5 or 10-second intro to you, and we're going to start talking.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I'm Georgette Littlejohn, aka the Preaker. I love all things talking, anything dealing with social issues. So this is going to be very interesting. I am an entrepreneur. I've been doing that for a couple of years. I mentor women entrepreneurs, and so I'm excited to be here.
Okay, Georgette, we're going to go to our first scenario. God loves a cheerful giver. You saw someone take money off the collection plate in church. What do you do? A, nothing. Maybe they really need the money. B, give them a stern look. C, tell the usher. D, tell them to put that money back. Or E, another option.
I'm going to go with E, other option, and I'm just going to ask them, hey, what are you doing? Are you getting change back? Is it something I can help you with? Why are you taking money out the collection plate? Because just because we see things doesn't necessarily mean it is what it is. And so guess what? We got to ask questions, right? If you don't know, you ask. And so I think I would go with E, other option. Just do a little bit more investigating. That's that police background coming out.
I understand. So you're going to give that person the benefit of the doubt, even though you saw a hand go in and a 20 come out.
Yes, because what if they put a 50 in and they was taking 20 back out for change? I don't know. I can't assume. You know what they say, when you assume, you make a what of yourself. And so that's why you got to ask questions. And I'm bold enough and confident enough to ask those questions. I'm not scared. So I'm going to ask.
All right. Okay. Thought Brothers, what say you?
Well, let me chime in here. I'm the A, confrontational type. So let me put a little caveat on this. So if the person is under the age of, I would say 21. So I'm gonna just say a teenager or younger, I would definitely say something to them, especially if I knew them. And if I didn't know them, and if I saw them with an adult, I would probably say something to the adult. But let me put this little caveat there. I remember as I would say, elementary school kid at our church when they, this was before they had the electronic payments and people wrote checks or anything like that. So it was all cash. And I remember the guys would talk strategies about how to get money out of the collection plate. And one that I remember is the fake putting your hand in the basket and opening it up, trying to throw the usher off to think that you put something in there. And the other thing was to tap the bottom of the basket so it could, ching ching kind of thing. So again, but fast forward to being an adult now. Again, if the person was let's say of age, I probably would do nothing because I'm still of that belief that the Lord sees everything and He would handle
it. Okay.
Wow. Doc, you really got the technique down, don't you?
Yeah, I got it.
Now I know why you wouldn't do nothing.
Never tried it, but I heard others talk about it.
Okay. Well, Georgette, what happens if you say something to the person and the person tells you, mind your own business and stay out of my business? What you do then?
And I'll be like, well, okay, that's between you and the Lord then, because if you're stealing out the church, you're going to hell.
Okay, you from Philly, right?
I would definitely. I'm going to take a couple of those answers and combine them. I'm going to first give him a stern look, and then I'm going to say, "Come on, man, come on, you can't do this, man. Come on now, you can't. The Lord giver, He ain't said nothing about you take a on this Sunday. You can't do that. Come on, man. Come on. That's where I'm going with it right there. So I ain't saying you definitely stole it, but just come on, man. Come on. That's where I'm at.
Well, in my case, Gary, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm like Georgette. I take option number 6 because I know exactly what I do. I go tell the minister, and he gonna get real pissed because you taking some of his money that he steals out the plate. So I let him deal with the problem.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we hope that there's no confrontation in the pews over the money. We have learned a couple of tricks here about tapping.
From a pro, from a professional.
Right. I was like, he kind of know that's too good. Wait a minute now. You the one that I'm gonna have to talk to.
No, this is, I heard him talk about it, never engaged.
Yeah. Okay.
Now this was a pretty easy one. I want to do one more. And this next one was inspired actually by something that happened to my sister-in-law, or almost could have happened to my sister-in-law last night. Outside of her yard, there was a fire, and it was getting closer and closer and closer to her house. And so one of the things that she had to deal with, or was wondering if she would have to deal with, is she going to have to evacuate? And so the question or the scenario that we have for you to consider this time is your life's in danger. The fire department is at your door ordering you to evacuate. You have 10 minutes. What are 5 things you will take with you? What are you going to take?
Hey, Gary, you want to know what 5 things an honest person would take, or 5 things a non-honest person would take? I'm trying to put that nice.
Wait a minute, from your house. It's your house.
Well, it's my house. Well, that makes it a little bit easier. But
yeah.
This is a general scenario, though. So I'm thinking that from my house, I got to grab the baby pictures and the wedding pictures, and maybe a couple pieces, the keys, car keys, the baby picture, financial statement or something, or the good book with the, with important information in it. You don't have time to grab too much, but you got to grab what you think you can't replace. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
But if you were asking Snoop Dogg what he would grab first from his house, Snoop gonna grab his cannabis. He gonna grab his alcohol. He probably grab his car keys. I'm sure he got some nice cars. And Snoop would probably grab the children last, and then he would turn around at the cameras and say, "It's all love. It's all love. It's all love." So that's why I want to scenario out there.
Carlos, how much Robitussin you had, man?
Hey man, I look, not enough. It's all in popping.
Doc, what are you taking, man? You got like 10 minutes, man. You got to get out. Your house may go. You got to go.
Well, I'm assume there's no one in the house, no human. Let me just say, and if there was, I would definitely be most concerned about them. So
okay.
if they're not there and it's just me, first of all, I would probably go for something financial. As Carlos said, any financial papers, and I hope we have things organized enough that I would know exactly where to put my hands on that. Secondly, I would probably take 1 second to say, is there anything incriminating in here? Let me just think back. Let me just think on that for a hot second. And if there is nothing, luckily, the electronics, specifically like a notebook, laptop, or storage, something with electronic storage on it. And I must say, I would be and then if I have 1 or 2 real good suits that I like, I probably a couple of coats, grab that, and then I get on up out of there.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Spivey, we're gonna save Georgette for last.
I was thinking when Doc was talking, and I would say, I know he's gonna probably take his computer, because his computer probably has the tap technique on it for getting money out of the church plate. So he'll probably definitely take his computer.
Yeah.
Well, I put it like this. I wrote down, I would take my wife. I definitely would take my dog, Stella. I would take any money that I had that was laying around. And I would take my cell phone and my computer. Those would be the 5 items I would take. Because I want to be able to communicate. So I definitely want to take my cell phone. And I want to take my computer because I can use that for communication. And then my wife, dog, and money. Carlos taking the pictures. You always a diplomat.
I want to say I am glad that Mr. Spivey said the cell phone, because realistically, if emergency happens, we all grab our cell phone. First thing we do is grab a cell phone. You're right. The communication is probably the most important thing. You can't even call 911 from the street. Ain't no pay phones out there waiting for you. You better grab that cell phone. So good call on that, Mr. Spivey. All right.
Well, then that's consistent with what I wrote down. I'm taking any medication and personal hygiene products.
Got all about that.
I'm taking my meds. I'm taking any cash because I got a little cash always, So I don't have any. I started to say I don't have any pets, but we do have Christopher's cat, Loki. So I guess we got to take him. I take my charger and my cell phone, not just the cell phone, but the charger. I got to get the charger and my laptop because without that, But if I can't get the laptop, definitely got the cell phone because I can still access documents there, but definitely the charger as well. Ms. Littlejohn.
Personal mementos, man.
Man, I can always replace that. I got all that. I mean, I only got 10 minutes, man, and I'm smelling smoke.
Carlos talking about Carlos talking about he gonna take wedding pictures. I hope he's taking his wife with him.
Right, he gonna take the wedding pictures and leave the wife because he ain't saying that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Hey, look, knowing my wife, she already outside waiting for me. So all I got is memories in the house. She already talking about where you at. Come on.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna take my husband because I know he sleeps. So he sleeps. He don't even know it's a fire. He don't even know what's going on. So husband number one, fur coat. Got to take my fur coat. My manuscript for my book, my cell phone, and my will. That's what I'm taking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Legal documents are good. Yeah, I should have had that on there. But I have those in the safe deposit box in the safe, though. Okay, that's cool. Oh my goodness.
The first thing that came to mind, even though I have some at the register will, you just think about that. Like, let me grab this wheel. I don't know. Michael Hell, he probably started damn fine. So I don't want to almost show.
Your husband. Well, Georgette, you've done a pretty good job of holding it down.
Of course.
Now, if you can, Georgette, we're getting ready to, and you're a Philly fan, so you're certainly welcome to stay. We're going to transition. Doc's going to lead us into sports and talking about the big game tomorrow. But before we transition out, Georgette, can you give us any feedback about last week's show? What did you think of last week's show?
Hilarious. If you have not seen it, please go back and watch it. If you have not seen it, it was the funny. I just laughed the whole time. What's her name? Is Janice? Is that what y'all said her name was?
Miss Janice, yes.
Miss Janice was off the chain. Like, she just had me in stitches. So, audience, if you have not seen it, please go back and watch it. I'm telling you, it's worth watching. It was amazing. I had an amazing time cracking up watching the whole thing. So definitely. But no, I'm gonna leave y'all guys to the sports. I'm in Detroit right now, and so I just got here for the day, and I don't want to talk about these Eagles. We already know who's gonna win anyway, so I'm gonna leave y'all to talk about that, and then y'all can just thank me later. I'm about to they're gonna win the whole thing. I'm ready. I'm excited. So, but thank you again, Barry. Thank you. It was a pleasure, an honor to be here with you guys, and enjoy your Super Bowl.
Thank you, Georgette. This concludes our scenario discussion for the Thought Brothers. And we'll see you next week.
All right.